Hello there, this is Ian Parks. Right, a few people have been asking about recovery plans and which is the best one to use. Now, staking and recovery plans are ultimately a personal decision, but what I've done is I was looking at the whole recovery plan situation, and I was trying to determine which is the best one that fits with our particular results, because any recovery plan that you do use has to fit with the results. You can get a brilliant recovery plan on one particular betting method, but if you just move that over simply to another method, then it might not work at all, and you get a completely different set of results. So what I've done is I've set it out as an experiment where I've put 3 different methods side by side to see which one performs the best. Now, if you do £100 level stakes, that's this column in blue, it's assuming that you're starting with a bank of £2,000 because you're doing £100 level stakes, which is 5% of £2,000. So wherever you see £100 level stakes being used, it's assuming a bank of £2,000. Okay, now if you simply stuck to £100 level stakes over the period of when the service started, which was the 16th of March 2010, down to the 1st of June 2010, which is 2.5 months, you would see a profit of £974. Okay, now the next one is basically 5% of your bank with no recovery at all. So if you were to do that over the 2.5 months, you'd actually see quite a big increase in the bottom line profit. You've actually got £1,515.74. Okay, so I wanted to further improve on that by adding some type of recovery plan into it, which these two methods don't have. And what I come up with was, I'll explain what this recovery plan is in a moment, but just to show you what the final result of it is, you actually end up with a £2,727.19, which is it's 2.7 times your bank in 2.5 months, which is absolutely phenomenal for a betting method to achieve such a result as that. So what I'll do, without any messing about, I'll show you what that actually is. Okay, what you do is use 5% of your bank for each bet. Okay, and when you lose, what you do is you double your previous stake on your next bet, and you only double up once, one time only. If you experience another loser after that one, it won't matter, because what you do is, because you've only doubled up once, the next rule is, regardless of the outcome, you drop back down to 5% of your bank, and you only double your stake again when a winner has been experienced. Now, the reason why this works so well is because when we have a loser, the chances are there's like a sort of an 80 or 90% chance that we're going to have a winner as the next one. So when you double up your stake, there's a high probability that you're going to be having a winner next, which pulls back about 60 to 70% of your loss, which goes a very long way over the long term in actually continuing your profits on an upward curve. Now what I'll do is I'll show you how each method looks in a graph now, to give you a visual representation of how that actually looks. And if you would like to do this yourself, simply go to the website, to the updated results link on the right hand side. Go to the Google Spreadsheets page, which there's a link there. You can download the results up to today, and you can go and do this and do your own graph. But basically in Excel 2007, you want to go to Insert, Line Graph, choose the first one. Here it is. And what you would do is select it, right click it, and choose Select Data. Now what you need to do now is basically, just hold on a minute. Okay, go to the total profit column and just basically select all the data, ensuring that you're doing it from the top right down to the very last result. Okay, and then just click OK. and somewhere hopefully we'll have a graph. Here we go. Right, and you can enlarge this if you want to see it better. Now don't worry about these little dips. What they are is in the actual data, there's, if you can see here, there's little gaps where we had no bet days, and that just translates onto the graph as a dip. So don't just imagine that these big dip things aren't there. That's just a continuous thing going up. So basically on £100 level stakes with no recovery, there's a nice big curve going up. Then we hit a maximum about halfway through, which is just under 1200. Then from that point onwards, for the next half of the data, it sort of meanders about, and it never ever beats that previous high. So that's not really, it's not really good because what you want to be doing is keeping the nice upward curve. So I'll show you what the next one looks like now, the 5% of your bank. Okay, now this is a lot better, because if you remember, the previous high was just under £1,200, but this is nearly it's probably about a third better, the peak that this one has achieved, where it looks like about £1,900. Then again you're getting the same sort of run of losers where it meanders down, but overall you're actually getting a much better profit overall. If you were to actually pull out at any stage, you'd be a lot more ahead than what you were using the £100 level stakes. Okay, now I'll show you the last method now. If you just remember that this is peaked at about 1900. Okay, and there's the actual recovery method that I've explained. So you've got a nice strong upwards curve. You've actually hit a peak. I think that's about 2,700. Then what's happened is there was a few losers, so that came down, but it wasn't very. It looks like about I think that's about 2 weeks or something like that. And you actually surpassed the previous high, which the other two methods didn't do. And then again we've had a few losers, but it's coming back up again. And where we are at the moment is actually, I believe that's actually surpassed the first high just about, and it's well on the way to actually surpassing the second high. And we're actually on a 2,727, I believe it was. So, and if you compare this to the £974 that you would have had on the £100 level stakes, which is somewhere down here, you can instantly see the benefits of actually using this staking plan. So we encourage you to go and test this out yourself before using it, because as I've said before, any recovery plan is your own personal choice. We're putting this here as a suggestion only. If you would like to actually use the same thing, by all means feel free, but we're not enforcing this on anyone, saying here you have to do this. It's based on your own viewpoint in regard to risk and things like that. So I'll show you it one more time, just run through it once more. It's 5% of your bank for each bet. When you lose, you double your previous stake on the next bet one time only, and then regardless of the outcome of the next bet, you drop back down to 5% of your bank, and you do not double your stake again until a winner has been experienced, and it's as simple as that. This is the recovery plan that I personally use, and Mel uses as well. So we hope you find this information useful. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.